Y'all up in here early, heavy, early. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm gonna have to have y'all go back out and come back in so I can make sure I get all y'all names. But I ain't mad at you because I know what y'all ready for. Y'all ready to get it. It's time for our bottom line. We ready to go. Woosah. Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell. To feed a monster, one must be a monster. Think about that. It's a real story. We about to get it, y'all. I hope y'all ready. It's Monday, my favorite day of the week. Time to get it going. Now, y'all know what we got to do right now, right? Let's warm it up a little bit. Yeah, let's warm it up a little bit. That's right. We're going to warm up a little bit, shake the arms off some. Yeah, that's right. Because we know what we're waiting for, right? Okay. I'm ready to go. Bling, bling, bling. It's time to start the show. Bling, bling, bling. I'm really hope you know. Bling, bling, bling. We about to get it, yo. Bling, bling, bling. They're ready to go. Bling, bling, bling. Time to start the show. Bling, bling, bling. I'ma let you know. Bling, bling, bling. Come on, yo, 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 yo. Bling, bling, bling. Anytime you're ready, I'm rocking steady. My freestyle steady. Made me work. What? One hand on them. And you know we gotta get my eyes straight, gotta wake up because it's Monday. I know we gotta get all of those weekend taps in with those cool tips of that finger to wake up those paws and wake up those paws because you know I gotta stay fly till I die fly till I die Y'all know why I'm open, right? My favorite day of the week. And if pump that B. It's Monday, August 4th. That's right, y'all. It's 2025. I'm your host, Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. We be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that and that. When we be talking about this and that and that and this and this and that, just got me lit. Y'all know what it is. My favorite day of the week, Monday. Yo, Bugatti, why you always saying Monday's your favorite day of the week? Why? Because you got to get up and you got to answer that phone. If you work through Monday through Friday, you got to get up to go to work. That's right, y'all. My favorite day of the week. Yes, I'm a corporate coconut. Love to work all the time. Just say I'm used to my work and I love my work. What I'm going to ask you guys to do is one small favor. Everybody that was here, please chime back in again. We're getting heavy on those intros as well as heavy on the people here. So I'm not going to be able to remember who's all here. So do me that favor so I can say your name. I'm about to go to the comments because I want to say and see who's here. Who we got here right now? Let's get into it real quick. We have Rebecca. Nope. We're not going to do it like that. Let's get it in order of the people that came in. Let's go. We got Mark Dorfman. We've got Sky. We've got Rebecca Lon Yen Bueno tapping in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Who else do we got up in this building today? We got Young Wolf. We got Natalie. How you doing, Natalie? I ain't see you in a while. You ain't been around in a minute. We got my boy Mother Funkin' Bone out there in Miami. I know you're not from and you're transplanted there. We understand. Who else we got? We got Sky up in the building. Thank you so much. Good morning, Bugatti. We got Liberty and Justice, who always stays on point and always makes sure that they stay on topic. And you save me a lot when you do that, Liberty and Justice. So please keep being you. Please keep being you, because I always can go to your comments and rely on you staying on topic. Natalie Georgievich, we miss you. Who that down there? We got Cool, and we got my boy Mark Dorfman in the building. That's right, y'all. We got to keep on moving forward right now because I got a fully loaded clip. I'm ready to go. As you guys can see, I'm in the red, white, and blue garb this morning. I'm ready to get to business. I'm standing firm for the American flag, and I'm ready to go, you guys. I hope you guys had a fantastic evening. Guess what? He woke us up again another day, so we should be thankful. So no matter what, boom, 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 we still got another chance to bang at that nail to get it right. Problems present opportunities, and now we got more time to get at them. But without any further ado, I'm ready to get to work. It's time to get, well, let's get into these titles. What we got over here this morning? We have Trump, Ghislaine Maxwell. To feed a monster, one must be a monster. As you know, Ghislaine Maxwell was the sidekick, the cohort, the Robin to the Batman, which is Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, but of course, in order to be that, you have to be part of that and from that. So Ghislaine Maxwell, we're going to dive into her history as well as her dad and where her origination comes from, you guys. We got a lot to go, and let's get into it. Next thing, second thing we have up on this board here is I am angry. Sheriff slams ICE. I am angry. The sheriff slams ICE efforts to poach local sheriff officers from their units. They're basically trying to say, how are we gonna help you guys out? And you guys, we train our officers to understand Homeland Security as well as ICE arrests. And now you try to poach our workers. You try to send them something in an email saying, hey, how would you like to leave there and work for us? That's not fair. So yes, that's what I'm talking about. And the sheriff went off on that. You guys know who I'm talking about. We're going to keep on moving forward because on our header, last but not least, we've got Disney employees arrested for allegedly taking over 500 images of underneath guest skirts. Yes, we got ourselves a creep. I'm glad he was caught because yes, over 500 images under skirts, real creep, and I'm glad he got caught. But without any further ado, I want to make sure we just go ahead and get into it. You guys do me a favor, let's stay on topic. Let's go ahead and get into it because the first thing we have to do, of course, how we break the ice and get into our mornings. We got the president who basically has some gaggle from yesterday as he speaks to reporters before departing to Allentown, Pennsylvania, en route to JBA. Let's go. Let's get something going this morning. Good morning, you guys. Want to know what you got going on as far as like where you're from, also the time that it is, and guess what? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos and then I'm getting to the comments. Let's stay on topic. Let's go.
Okay, thank you very much. We had a very good weekend in many respects. We're seeing phenomenal numbers in terms of the business we do with other countries and the business we do within our own country. I mean, really phenomenal numbers. We'll be announcing a new statistician sometime over the next 3-4 days. We had no confidence. I mean, the numbers were ridiculous, what she announced, but that was just one negative number. All of the numbers seem to be great. And so we'll see how that comes out. And if you remember, just before the election, this woman came out with these phenomenal numbers on Biden's economy. Phenomenal numbers. And then right after the election, they announced that those numbers were wrong. And that's what they did the other day. So it's a scam, in my opinion. My opinion is it's just additional scam.
On Russia, Mr. President, can you say, have those nuclear submarines been deployed yet to face Russia?
I've already put out a statement, and the answer is they are in the region, yeah, where they have to be.
Can you say what Steve Witkoff's message will be to the Russians? Is there anything they could do to avoid sanctions at this point?
That's how bad the audio is. You guys can tell how bad the audio is.
Get a deal where people stop getting killed. They had a number that just came out that a tremendous number of Russian soldiers are being killed. And likewise, Ukraine, a lower number, but still thousands and thousands of people. And now we're adding towns where they're being hit by missiles. So it's a lot of people being killed in that ridiculous war. And, you know, we stopped We stopped a lot of countries from war, India and Pakistan. We stopped a lot of countries. And we're going to get that one stopped too. Somehow we're going to get that one stopped. That's a really horrible war. You heard about Cambodia and Thailand. We got that one done. We got the Congo, which was going on for 31 years.
All right, we got to get over to Washington. Chuck Schumer basically is talking about the nominee. Basically, President Trump put up a new nominee to take over the position that was just taken away. Okay, so now Chuck Schumer holds a press briefing after the nominee the deal collapsed after Trump told him publicly to go to HELL hockey sticks, y'all. Told him to go to HELL hockey sticks. Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all having a fantastic Monday morning. Let me know where you're chiming in from and let me know what time it is. Let's get to it, y'all. Let's get right to it. Come on.
Senate to put in place his historically unqualified nominees. Okie doke. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for coming at this late hour. Now, it's been a long day. Appreciate everyone being around. So let's be clear what happened. Donald Trump attempted to steamroll the Senate to put in place his historically unqualified nominees, but Senate Democrats wouldn't let him. We've been working all week to try and find a reasonable path to allow bipartisan Senate consideration, provided the White House and Senate Republicans met our demands. Obviously, the two sides disagree on a whole lot of things, but we were serious about trying to make some progress. But ultimately, Trump wouldn't agree. He took his ball, he went home, leaving Democrats and Republicans alike wondering what the hell happened. Trump's all-cap tweet says it all. In a fit of rage, Trump threw in the towel, sent Republicans home, and was unable to do the basic work of negotiating. Is this the art of the deal? Posture, cajole, stamp your feet and then give up? This says it all. Donald Trump tried to bully us, go around us, threaten us, call us names, but he got nothing. And he walked away with his tail between his legs.
It says Senator crying Chuck Schumer is demanding over $1 billion in order to approve a small number of our highly qualified nominees who should right now be helping to run our country. The demand is egregious and unprecedented and would be embarrassing to the Republican Party if we're accepted. It is political extortion by the other name. Tell Schumer, who is under tremendous political pressure from within his own party, the radical left lunatics, to go to the HELL hockey sticks. Do not accept the offer. Go home and explain to your constituents what bad people the Democrats are and what a great job the Republicans are doing and have done for the country. Have a great recess and make America great again. We're going to keep on moving forward. I like to give people their chance on the floor. Since he didn't, we had to say it for him. That wasn't me. That was a statement from your President Trump. I think he dropped a bomb on that one too. That was crazy, right? Woo! We got to go and look at a serious situation right now, because it's not only things happening in our country, which is the United States of America. We also look at other countries. I want you guys to see what's going on in Haiti, because inside Haiti right now, we got some serious, brutal, D-Rug, Ghislaine wars. I can say that. I can't say that other word, Ghislaine's. And I'm going to let them tell it. You guys, no kids, nobody. It's a real serious situation in Haiti. Not a long clip, but trust me, you're going to be glad that you watched this. And you're going to be glad that we have some sort of, law and government going on where we're at right now. Check out what's going on in Port-au-Prince as the gangs have now taken over.
This is Port-au-Prince, Haiti, where a brutal gang war is raging. More than 20,000 have been killed, and tens of thousands of people have fled their homes. Fueled by years of political instability, corruption, and poverty, the violence is getting worse, and the armed groups are running riot. Police and politicians have lost control of almost all of the city. Firearms are fueling the crisis, with over 500,000 weapons in the hands of rival gangs. But where are these guns coming from? Why is Haiti in such chaos? And who are the secretive private military contractors now operating in the country? Gangs have been prominent in Haiti for years, but recently their power has surged, allowing them to tighten their grip on the capital and expand their influence across the nation.
The gangs essentially form a parallel state in Haiti, or in fact, the state. In many areas, they're the ones who are in charge.
These are groups that are historically marginalized people, many of them instrumentalized for years by corrupt people in the elites of Haiti.
So now when they were incorporated into doing Krill's Nimes and giving all those Gills nuns, now they got a bunch of money. They used it all against the government, and now they're stronger than the government, and they took over.
Gangs have been gaining autonomy from the elites for some years because they kept multiplying and diversifying their criminal portfolio.
Now, the gangs have got so much money from kidnap and extortion and drug sales that they're kind of free of their backers, and now they're acting independently.
The situation spiraled out of control in July 2021, when President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated. Since then, Haiti has had 5 acting prime ministers, none of whom were elected.
Haiti's in the middle of a polycrisis, and that means it's being attacked by many different issues on many different fronts.
There is a security situation that is completely out of hand for Haiti's government, which has been lacking a legitimate government since the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse.
And today, no figure is emerging. So the population is having this crisis of trust with regard to these people who, over the years, contributed to the situation we are here right now.
And then, in the spring of 2024...
So yeah, they basically enriched the gangs, and now the gangs basically took over Haiti. And now they have no way of taking back Haiti. And even if there's a president that tries to come in, what you think gonna happen? You think they're gonna go, come on now, pow, pow, try to come again? That's why none of them were able to successfully take over. We had to go to Haiti real quick, y'all. Let's get back over to Polk County, where Sheriff Grady Judd says he's angry because he's gonna slam the ICE efforts to poach his local officers and saying that they're trying to recruit them. I think he's right about this one. In a lot of things that he says, he basically stacked the deck on them and was like, look, we're helping you guys out. How do you dare go behind my back and try to take my officers from me?
In what has become a daily escalating problem for President Trump's deportation campaign, negative headlines about ICE operations are in papers nationwide, sparking fear and uncertainty through immigrant communities and beyond. Now, even some local sheriffs are accusing the Trump administration of trying to poach their officers in a new recruitment push to hire 10,000 new ICE agents, offering a $50,000 signing bonus and student loan forgiveness. Joining me now, one of those sheriffs, Grady Judd from Polk County, Florida. Sheriff, it's good of you to come on the program, and I know you had some strong words for the administration.
Everybody loves him.
Specifically, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem saying you thought she should apologize. What would you like her to apologize for?
Because everyone in law enforcement recruits, and we actively recruit because we are working in an environment today where the majority of the people do not want to work in law enforcement. So the people who do this job are very, very special to us. So we're assisting ICE. Now understand, we're a force multiplier to help ICE. And we've been spending a lot of time and effort. And the next thing we know, the people who we have submitted to ICE, who have been ICE trained on our dime, by the way, received a direct email from the administration. In fact, from a Madison Sheehan, who is a deputy director, recruiting them. I mean, that's biting the hand that's feeding you. And I am angry. It tells me it lacks of professionalism. I mean, they speak. I've got this letter here when it says that, you know, we're committed to serving with integrity and professionalism. Well, I can tell you something. Madison clearly showed she has no integrity or no professionalism to actually directly email the people who work for us. Look, it's not the matter that they're trying to hire people. We are all trying to hire people. It's the way that they did it that makes me so very angry.
Well, we had.
What do you guys think about that? I mean, yeah, he got a point. No, he got a point. And then it's like, you know, they trained him, put him on his dime. It's a real hard one to say, y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would y'all do something like that? It's like, again, it's like, don't come over here trying to take my people. I try to help you out. Don't take my workers. Don't take people in my mail room, no matter who it is. That's why when it's business and when it's stuff like that, got to be really careful. Because once people try to dangle some more money and some more opportunities, you heard what they were offering? Student forgiveness and loans. $50,000 sign on. I'm out of there. Thank you for hooking me up with these people. I am actually growing in my career. Thank you. What y'all got for me in these comments? Yeah, that's foul. 100% says Casey. What's good, Casey? The department that don't stand behind the deputies will be the ones that will leave. Good morning. You're right about that. Good morning, good people. Why is the screen flipped? Because you're new. You got to stay here for a while, and then you'll understand. It's something that we can't control. All we can control is here. We can't control what they do. We can flip that screen one time, and we can't control the video. Sorry about that. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys. Washington. Senator Kennedy calls Saturday session. It's kind of an emergency session. He's saying that the person that they tried to put in the session, he's basically trying to say it's a game of grab booty that they're playing. I'm not going to say the word. As a matter of fact, I think I'm far enough into the clip, into the live, where I can say that word. So basically, Senator Kennedy says that he's ordered a session because the Trump organized a session where they're not doing anything but playing a game of grab ass. If he can say it, I can say it. Go for it.
We're going to vote on one nominee every 2 hours for the next, I don't know, 10 hours, which is fine. That's the way everybody wants to. I'm not going anywhere. That's my job. But it's so pointless. Anyway, that's where we are. That's why I call it organized grab ass.
Are you comfortable with the firing of the BLS commissioner?
I don't know enough about it. I mean, I know what some people have written about it, but I don't know what the facts are. The president said when he did it that more stuff is going to come out. I don't know what, if anything, he's talking about. But before I draw conclusions, I have learned around this place that you need to wait a little bit and hear the rest of the story.
It took me a while to
sense
learn
of what
that.
Democrats are demanding, because it sounds like they are negotiating or at least talking to leaders.
My understanding, and this is secondhand, so it may be unfair, but I'm hearing it from credible sources, is that the president is negotiating directly with Senator Schumer, and that Senator Schumer is demanding money now that only the president can provide. Now, what it is, how much it is, what it's for. I'm not saying money for him personally.
Yeah.
I mean money, not, and I didn't mean to imply that. Money for whatever. I don't know whether it's the budget or money to be released to universities or what the terms are. But that's what my understanding, and that the president has said no so far.
What's your guess, if you just had to make a guess, how long you guys stay here?
I don't know. If you'd asked me yesterday, I would have said we were coming together, and maybe we'll have everybody will have a Pauline conversion, and we'll reach agreement today. But my advice, for what it's worth, to Senator Thune, is to just whip us until we can't be whipped anymore.
All right, we got to keep going. Thank you so much, Kennedy. Really appreciate that, Senator. All right, I love his jokes, his action. He's even though he's older, he always makes you laugh. I swear, he's hilarious. What you got for me over there? Tigress says Trump's economic, more jobs and then people to fill them. Employers have to compete for the new hires. Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there. So maybe they'll raise the rates of the minimum wage. Let's keep on going. We got to go to Ukraine because guess what, you guys? Have you ever heard war is money? Money is war. People can find ways to steal money, do all sorts of corrupt things. And I'm going to just throw this out there. Before I heard anything about Ukraine, I've always heard that there was some sort of corruption going on over there. So I guess this story fits the bill. Ukraine officials arrested and they're held up in prison because they've been selling drones. Corrupt people taking bribes because they've been doing something with military drones. Let's get into this real quick, you guys. Let's get the details on this situation in Ukraine.
Ukraine said they've arrested several politicians over the country's anti-corruption agencies uncovered what they call a large-scale bribery scheme in the purchase of drones and electronic warfare systems. The arrests were made nearly a week after President Zelensky decided not to curb these agencies' independence after nationwide protests. Zelensky spoke about the bribery scheme in his evening address. Let's take a listen.
Anti-corruption agencies have exposed one of the members of the Ukrainian parliament, as well as heads of district and city administrations and servicemen of the National Guard of Ukraine for bribery. Unfortunately, these were machinations involving the procurement of electronic warfare and FPV equipment. Absolutely immoral. There must be full and fair accountability for this.
Well, Peter Zalmayev is the director of the Eurasia Democracy Initiative. He gave his reaction to the latest bribery allegations.
He initiated this very ill-fated law that was voted for by the majority of his party in Congress. It passed, and then they had to backtrack after a huge outcry. People essentially turned out on the streets. It was yet another sort of revolution on the streets. The first one in time of war. So Zelensky actually buckled on. Now we're hearing allegations that one of his members of his party is involved in this yet another corruption scandal. This could not come at a worse time. Once again, as this law that I just mentioned was being passed, European allies put another tranche of aid to Ukraine on hold. Once again, this allegation does nothing to get rid of this image of a hopelessly corrupt country that Ukraine unfortunately has.
They can't even stop being corrupt during war. So how would somebody want to give you something? Why would we want to be giving them things? We don't know who's trying to mess up and steal people's money. And let's say you send some money over there. You don't know where it's really going. So you know what? I think we really need to do what you guys in the comments say all the time. Leave them other countries alone and worry about yourself. That's all I got to say about it. We got to keep on moving forward. Glad we got to that point. I do not want to play this video, you guys. This video is graphic. The one's coming up is very graphic. I did not play it. I don't know what it's about. I saw it and I saw the kid laying down and I felt like I think we can watch it together. There are a lot of these videos and situations and things that I want to get out because the stories are necessary to get out. Some of them I can't stomach myself, but I want to watch them with you guys. And I don't know what something was like, you know, it's a real in-depth story. And I can't erase it and not take it out of the lineup. So I'm gonna just do it. We're gonna do this together. We're investigating the illing of children in Gaza. This is some more BBC News, y'all. This is some real hard stuff to look at. Talking about you guys, it just starts off bad. You guys don't want to see something like this, turn away, change the channel. Y'all can go somewhere else right now. I do understand.
A man and a small child are lying on a street in Gaza City. In his final moments, the man reaches out to touch the child. This video was broadcast in December 2023, but there were no details of who these people were. For months, we tried to find out more about them, trawling social media and reaching out to contacts on the ground, until we found a name for the man, Mohammed Al-Majdalawi, and his daughter, 2-year-old Leanne. Leanne's is just one of 95 reports we've compiled of children who were allegedly shot in the head or the chest in this war in Gaza. To compile this list, we verified media reports, spoke to human rights researchers on the ground, and to 30 doctors and nurses who treated these children. More than 2/3 were under 12 years old. In 57 of these cases, it was alleged that the IDF shot the child. In 2 accounts, the children were allegedly shot by Palestinians. For the remaining 36 cases, we have no account of what happened. But what led to Leanne's death? This is Leanne's sister Shahid. She was 12 and with her mother, father, brother and sister that day. She told us they were fleeing bombing and walking down a quiet street when they came to this junction, and she saw a tank up the street to her left.
شفنا الدبابة احنا صرنا نجري في الشارع احنا سبقنا بابا نطلع احنا لقيناه مرمى على الأرض فكرناه وقع إشي.
She said they ran back to help and realized their father had been shot.
أنا مديت إيد عليها بدي أمسكها لأن دغري أجت رصاصة في إيدي دغري صار رصاص لي وصار أبوي يصرخ روحوا صوبوني روحوا صوبوني.
They fled and never saw Mohammed or Leanne again. We found a satellite image taken 2 hours before the shooting. We don't have permission to broadcast it, so we've recreated it here. In it, we can see a tank along the same street where Shahid says she saw one 2 hours later. Military expert Stuart Ray examined the image and pointed out many other tanks, armoured vehicles and defensive sandbanks, and these tall buildings, indicating this was an IDF fortified position. We presented our findings to the IDF, and they said IDF soldiers operate against terrorist organisations in complex urban environments, and unintended or erroneous harm may occur in the course of combat.
That's what I'm talking about. Every time I tell you guys, when it comes down to the kids getting hurt in that urban warfare, I said warfare, y'all. Don't get mad at me. Urban warfare. That's right. It sucks. Terrible situation. You see, and that's just starting from 2023. And it's still going on until now. So the children are being majorly affected by this situation here, you guys. I want to give a prayer to all of the children that lost their lives in Gaza, Palestine, Hamas, all over the world, every single religion, every single race, every single fraction, everybody that's lost their lives as far as children when it comes down to urban warfare, modern warfare, any sort of warfare, because the children should definitely not have anything to do with anything like that. I want to try to give some peace and resolve to the people as far as their families, as well as their friends and the countries. At some point, we need to get better than this. And I ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Going to keep on moving forward, you guys. Thank you guys for bearing with me and watching that clip. Now we got to get over to Washington because Pelosi is pushing back on insider trading allegations. And guess what? Her and her husband, they're about to get investigated. Uh-oh, let's follow that dough. Let's get into the money, y'all. We got to get back over to some politics, and we got to really chase what's going on now because, yeah, and she's not really happy about this, as you probably can ascertain.
There's no point in saying good morning because it certainly is not one.
Wow. Oh, man. We went from the Dunkin' Donuts guy to that sunshine. Anyway, that might be exactly how Nancy Pelosi feels after this one. Legislation efforts are underway to pass the Pelosi Act. It's aimed to bar members of Congress and their spouses from stock trading while in office and getting filthy rich like she and her husband did. That wouldn't make the former speaker and her husband, Paul, too happy, as you might imagine. They're estimated to have seriously cashed in with their stock deals since she's been in Congress. So much so that there are even social media accounts that try to track their moves. Now, Trump is calling for an investigation into the Pelosi's over insider trading, which means we may soon be able to get a peek inside the Pelosi family earnings sheet. Republican Senator Josh Hawley sided with Democrats to block a review of the anti-stock trading bill. The president's not happy about that, calling him a second-tier senator. Ouch. Hawley's a Democrat. Here's Hawley's response, a Republican. Here's Hawley's response last night on primetime.
This bill will cover not only her, it will cover her husband. And the point is we need to make it illegal for people to do this kind of thing. 86% of Americans look at stock trading by members of the Congress and they say, we ought to ban that. They can't believe it's not been banned already. Nobody should be up in Congress making a quick buck day trading when they should be doing the people's business. The president wants a stock trading ban. I want a stock trading ban. It's time to get it done.
I can't believe we don't already have one. Anyway, Nancy Pelosi was asked about this, and President Trump accused her of insider trading on CNN. Safe to say she was less than thrilled.
Let me just read what he said. I'm sorry that we had some sort of technical issue. Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to come to talk about.
Yeah, but I
and
wanted
what that means in the election.
I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the stop the trading of members of Congress. Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong. If they are prosecuted and they go to jail. But because of the confidence it instills in the American people, don't worry about this.
You know what's funny? I don't know if you guys noticed, but as soon as that clip came on, when they was like she was about to speak, there was nothing wrong with the mics. Like, you ain't no technical audio or video person. What you up there touching the mic for? Get closer to it or move away from it. You know she was tight because she was up there moving the mic. You know, damn it, these people up here messing with me. She was tight about that, boy. She's tight about that. All up in my backyard messing with my pit bull. What y'all think about that? You think she angry? Do you think that Nancy Pelosi's just a tad bit angry that they've made a new bill with her and her husband's name on it? We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got to get over to this police chase that ends in a kind of violent crash. Fox 11 LA looks like a white pickup truck. Actually, he was going crazy and like on his Grand Theft Auto mission. This dude was riding up and down the streets. This fool was going crazy. I'm talking about the twists and the turns and all of the stuff that he was going through. I don't normally do police chases, but when he hit the lady and she flips out of the car, I had to do it. I had to let you guys see it. I'm going to let you see a little bit at the beginning. This is in Los Angeles. I don't know why we always get these videos of these guys that think that they can outrun these helicopters, but they think that they can do it. Let's go.
Stu, what are we looking at?
Oh, hey, guys, I'm sorry about that. I'm kind of multitasking. No, he crashed. He crashed. There he is. He's coming out. Anyway, so, yes, I understand that. So what's going on is a pursuit here in the downtown area. As you can see, it's very, very difficult because we have the buildings out here, extremely high speeds. What the vehicles wanted for it, can't really tell you what the original one was, but I can tell you this driver, very reckless. That pickup truck's been fishtailing, been up on sidewalks, driving over islands and on the wrong side of the road. Very many close calls. You saw another fishtail right there. These buildings making it very difficult to keep an eye on it, and that's one of the reasons why they keep re-engaging that pursuit, because the helicopter, the PD helicopter that's over it, also having those same difficulties. You can see this. This is one of those ones where I am very, very sensitive about what we're doing and what we're showing because of the fact that this thing has been so all over the road and all over, like I said, a couple times on the sidewalk. These high speeds and this very, very erratic driving is you just don't want to see this end in a crash, hurting a pedestrian and or even just some bent metal, some of these folks warning about what's going on. Looks like we're making our way out of the downtown area, which might be a plus. I think we might have some issues getting into the Bravo if he starts heading a little bit more south. That's the LAX airspace because of the fog, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on it. There you go. He's making another turn. So now he's on Washington, so at least we're not going into the LAX airspace. The speeds might have slowed down just a little bit, but whoa, there
Oh, goodness.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh! And that vehicle actually went into a basement.
Oh,
that is a basement area right there. There you go. You got the suspect climbing out of the vehicle and basically trying to run. LAPD, they've got to be somewhere nearby. They have to be. But I'm really concerned about those anybody that's in that car. The driver, of course. But you can see that it actually flipped over and went into fell at least a story. That is a basement. It might be a little difficult to see. I don't know what this driver is doing down there. It looks like he almost wants to go and see if they're wants to help. But anyways, LAPD's got to be making their way over here as quickly as possible. But that actually is the suspect
situation right now.
Yes, definitely. And driver. Okay, there's PD. They're arriving, and of course, the helicopter, the PD helicopter saw that crash as well. They made that call immediately, just as we saw it happening live. They're going to take this guy into custody, and of course, they were going to check on those persons in that vehicle. But
this vehicle here.
And how many
upside
people
down.
were inside
Yeah,
the car too?
Yeah, but fire department definitely en route. You can see this. What a
Passengers that are inside this vehicle.
I had to show y'all that, man. That wasn't the person. That was the seats that popped out. Wow. But the lady was in there. They got her out, took her to the hospital. Hopefully she's fine and she'll be able to make it through this serious crash right here, you guys. I know I took you in a whole different direction that we never go through, but yes, sometimes we do it a little different. Things happen different. Got to be ready for change. And we ask that she's healthy, and we ask that she got out of that real good because she had nothing but airbags to protect her. We thank God, and we hope we keep on moving forward. Thank you, God. Amen. That's right, because we got a lot to keep on going. I can't even BS you guys. We got to get over to Detroit where there was a standoff going on. Come on, Batty Lynn. We're gonna get to the Epstein stuff. I know that's what you're here for, but we got to get the other news because we're gonna stack that so crazy. We're gonna end off with the Epstein. So don't go nowhere. Okay, we got Detroit with this standoff. Let's go. You guys are like, wait a minute, let's get to it. What's going on? That's right, we stacking this deck. That's what we've been doing all week, so let's go.
There was a tense scene on Detroit's west side overnight.
Now, police were camped out outside of a home near Finkel and Hubble for hours. Now, they were looking for a man connected with a shooting that sent a teenager to the hospital. And we've learned that that man was arrested and taken into custody without incident. Detroit police say this all started as an argument between a 15-year-old and the man who's in his 30s.
Tom was our friend. We had our price negotiators on scene who were making contact with the family. We eventually made contact with the suspect, and shortly after he came outside. Our special response team also, who was right in front of the house, did make contact with the suspect a few times when he came to the door. So just utilizing time, utilizing our training, tactics, and skills, we were able to eventually talk him out of the house.
Now, the 15-year-old was shot in the leg and is currently recovering in the hospital. Police say the man could face additional charges, along with any charges related to this shooting.
I'll keep you guys posted on that. Want to make sure that we all over, keeping, especially people that are in our chat, people that are our co-hosts. How I'm not going to make sure that you guys know what's going on out there. Let's go. We got to get this arm recovery situation going on, right? And this is something that you guys want to know about because it's current. Not all Epstein all day, but it's coming. This is something that you guys are going to want to know about. ISIS. We got a sleeper cell that's sending money back to them. Come on, you guys got to know about this stuff. It's not all about Epstein. Let's get it.
And now we're going to turn to a disturbing discovery in Long Beach where the FBI arrested a man accused of sending money to terrorists.
And when the agents searched the man's home, they recovered what appeared to be a bomb from his bedroom. John Fanilio joining us live tonight in the News Center with more on that. John.
Rick, MB, tonight federal prosecutors say 28-year-old Mark Lorenzo Villanueva of Long Beach wasn't just radicalized, he was ready.
See?
Neighbors say he blended in just fine in this Long Beach community. A legal permanent resident, no known criminal record. But inside his mind, a terrifying and distorted world.
I don't know what to think. That's just kind of scary. I mean, you know that you see your neighbors, but you don't know what they're doing inside their house.
Federal prosecutors say 28-year-old Mark Lorenzo Villanueva didn't just sympathize with ISIS, he supported it. Authorities would not release his photo after the FBI raided his home Friday on the 3000 block of Caspian Avenue. But in social media chats, prosecutors allege Villanueva pledged allegiance to people claiming to be ISIS fighters.
There's nothing in the criminal complaint that makes it clear that he was actually talking to ISIS. He could have very well been talking to law enforcement working undercover.
Villanueva allegedly told the purported ISIS fighters, "It's an honor to fight and die for our faith. It's the best way to go to heaven." He even offered to help. And when agents raided his home, they say they found knives and what looked like a homemade bomb loaded with ball bearings.
But you probably wouldn't notice much about a neighbor who's self-radicalizing online at night or reaching out or providing, in this case, providing material support to terrorism, sending money to terrorists overseas.
In 5 months, prosecutors say, Villanueva wired more than $1,600 overseas to pay for weapons and equipment for ISIS. According to court records, Villanueva claimed to have the tools and the willingness to carry out violence himself. Whether that was true, we may never fully know.
That's why you can't do Epstein all day. You got to know what else is going on, too. And that right there was in Long Beach. Long Beach, Death Row is in the house. Now, all I know about Long Beach is Snoop Dogg. Do, 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 do. And y'all over here like, oh, for real long? Yeah, exactly. Ball, bills, and earrings. He was getting ready. Even if it wasn't effective, he was getting ready. We need to know about that stuff. Come on, let's get some more information. President Trump offers new details on his fallout with Giuffre Epstein. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's get busy. It's time to stack this deck and get what y'all came here for. I ain't got no time to play. Let's stack this deck. Let's go.
President Trump, frustrated that the controversy over his handling of the Giuffre Epstein files won't go away, now says he had a falling out with the convicted sex offender.
Let's double tap
because
that
Epstein
screen, y'all.
took people who worked for him at his Mar-a-Lago resort.
Come on, y'all. Double tap that screen if you're still here. We got 626 people in the building. I'm addicted to seeing 1,000 people. If you guys start hitting that like button, YouTube going to send more people over here. We about to stack this deck, and more people deserve to see it. All I'm asking for is for some likes. I ain't asking for no bread, and y'all sure ain't giving it. So do me a favor. Let's get those likes up because we're looking kind of Krill snack headish. Let's get it going. If y'all appreciate the content, because the ends must justify the means. You got all these people in the building, but don't nobody want to tap in and hit that like button. Also, come on now, subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and become a member. Hit that notification bell so you know when we come on, because we about to stack this deck. Let's go.
Resort.
He took people, and because he took people, I said, don't do it anymore. You know, they work for me. And he took, beyond that, he took some others. And once he did that, that was the end of him. I didn't like, when they steal people, I don't like it.
When asked if these workers were young women, Trump said yes.
Were some of them young women? Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Trump acknowledged one of those young women working at Mar-a-Lago who was hired by Epstein was Virginia Giuffre. Giuffre alleged Maxwell recruited her from Trump's Mar-a-Lago spa when she was just 16 years old, a meeting she detailed to the BBC's Panorama in 2019.
I ran over to my dad, who works on the tennis courts at Mar-a-Lago, and I said, "You're not going to believe it, Dad. I just got offered a job, an interview, but if he likes me for the interview, then I'm going to be, they're going to train me as a real masseuse, a real massage therapist."
Giuffre said she was sexually abused by both Epstein and Maxwell. She called Maxwell, quote, a monster worse than Epstein.
I was recruited at a very young age from Mar-a-Lago and entrapped in a world that I didn't understand, and I've been fighting that very world to this day, and I won't stop fighting.
Maxwell has denied Giuffre's allegations. Giuffre died by suicide in April.
I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people. Yeah. He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us.
That's not the only person that he did this to. There's many other women that came out. Actually, when Giuffre was still alive, they sat down for an interview, and it was like 6 of them that actually came together and started telling their story about what Giuffre Epstein did to them.
This is everything. The only solace for me is that when a group of people who've experienced trauma of this kind come together united against a common enemy, there's a very special bond between us all.
A painful bond shared among these 6 women sitting together for the first time for an exclusive interview with NBC News.
I find it very comforting to be here.
Marika Chartouni, Anushka DeGiorgio, and Rachel K. Benavidez sharing their stories about Epstein for the first time on television.
I think the nature of this kind of abuse means that you're conditioned to be silent, to be isolated, secretive, and shameful.
I feel like, it was a big game for him. And we were the pieces of his game. And you're like, I'm just not going to say anything because that's what he told me to do.
The women all have familiar stories of grooming, promises, and then sexual assault.
I can relate to pretty much every person sitting here next to me.
Virginia Roberts Giuffre says Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell recruited her one summer when she was working as a locker room attendant at Mar-a-Lago. In her first broadcast interview, Virginia tells NBC News what she has previously alleged in court filings, that Epstein directed her to also have sex with a number of powerful men, among them Britain's Prince Andrew.
He was an abuser. He was a participant.
Virginia says she was 17 when this photo was taken with the prince in Maxwell's London townhome.
You guys know yesterday the king told him he has no royal ties at all, no responsibilities. You can't even come in a castle no more. Shut down.
Next to the bathroom where she says he sexually abused her.
What happened? The first time in London, I was so young. Ghislaine woke me up in the morning and said, "You're going to meet a prince today." I didn't know at that point that I was going to be trafficked to that prince. And then that night, Prince Andrew came to her house in London, and we went out to Club Tramp. Prince Andrew got me alcohol. It was in the VIP section. I'm pretty sure it was vodka. Prince Andrew was like, "Let's dance together." And I was like, okay. And we leave Club Tramp, and I hop in the car with Ghislaine and Giuffre. And Ghislaine said, "He's coming back to the house. And I want you to do for him what you do for Epstein." I couldn't believe it.
Virginia says the abuse moved from the bathroom to a bedroom.
He wasn't rude or anything about it. He said, "Thank you," and some kind of soft sentiments like that, and left. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe that even royalty were involved.
She says Prince Andrew abused her 2 more times, once in New York in Epstein's mansion, and again at his Virgin Islands estate.
Prince Andrew, of course, denies that this ever happened.
He denies that it ever happened, and he's going to keep denying that it ever happened. But he knows the truth, and I know the truth.
What do you say if people think this is about money for you, that you're trying to get money and have gotten money?
Well, unfortunately, there's this horrible law called statute of limitations. My lawyer said the way to get Ghislaine Maxwell held accountable, the way to get Giuffre Epstein held accountable, is through them saying I'm a liar, which I'm not. So it's called a defamation suit.
Like all others she's named, Prince Andrew has denied the allegations. Buckingham Palace telling NBC News in a statement, "It is emphatically denied that the Duke of York had any form of sexual contact or relationship with Virginia Roberts.
Thank you,
Any
Mad
claim
Hatter.
to the contrary is false and without foundation." Maxwell has not been criminally charged and has repeatedly denied the accusations against her.
What does justice look like to you now?
Justice now is holding accountable the perpetrators that helped him and participated with him, and encouraging more people to come forward so we can try to put this puzzle together and understand how it happened. How did this happen for so long? How did he get away with it?
These are questions many of these women have asked, especially now after Epstein's suicide in jail, awaiting trial on child sex trafficking and conspiracy charges.
I feel let down, that he was able to commit suicide. Yeah, it was really upsetting. They failed us before. Don't fail us again.
Exactly.
That's all we're asking.
All right, y'all. I got so much more. And the sad part about it is we're hearing from someone that is no longer here. Beautiful person. A family was going through this, can't believe it. And I don't care what nobody say. I don't think it was suicide at all. I don't think it was suicide. We're going to keep on moving forward, you guys, because now we got the murky truth of there we go. You see him up there, right? In the blue dress. Devil in the blue dress, right? Y'all don't see who's in that picture up there in that blue dress? You know why he's in that picture in the blue dress? I don't either, but we're going to try to get some sort of understanding of why the ex-president Bill Clinton is up there in a blue dress. Let's go.
The Epstein files are back in the headlines, and once again, they're bringing some of the biggest names with them. This time, it's former President Bill Clinton who's getting caught in the spotlight. Now, Clinton has always denied ever setting foot on Giuffre Epstein's.
They look like some buddies right there. and he looked like he's scheming on something. Like, you got the picture, right? You got the video of us together right now, right? All right, cool. Only thing he's not doing is pointing his index finger talking about, I got him. You can see the sinisterness in his face.
Its infamous private island in the Caribbean, the one that's been at the center of disturbing allegations involving underage girls. But here's where things get murky. He did admit to flying on Epstein's private jet, the same one that got dubbed the Lolita Express, back in 2002 and 2003.
Any comments on the alleged allegation of your connection with Giuffre Epstein?
Yeah, look at him. Yeah.
In his recent memoir, Citizen, Clinton finally spoke at length about the whole situation. He said he used Epstein's plane for work related to the Clinton Global Initiative, humanitarian stuff. And he insists that all of this happened before Epstein was convicted of sex crimes in 2005. Here's what Clinton wrote. The bottom line is, even though it allowed me to visit the work of my foundation, traveling on Epstein's plane was not worth the years of questioning afterward. He added that he always found Epstein a little strange, but had no idea about the crimes he was committing. According to Clinton, the last time they were in contact was before Epstein's 2005 arrest. Clinton also claims he only met with Epstein privately twice, once at Epstein's Manhattan townhouse, and once at the Clinton Global Initiative offices in Harlem. But some photos and testimonies have raised eyebrows. For example, Clinton was once pictured getting a back rub from Chante Davies, a flight attendant on the Lolita Express who later became one of Epstein's accusers. She said the massage happened during a layover on a humanitarian trip to Africa. And then there's Virginia Giuffre, one of Epstein's most well-known accusers, who claimed in 2020 that Clinton had visited the island, though she didn't accuse him of anything directly.
It's all coming
When
together.
asked whether the former president was a witness to the sexual abuse of minors, Ms. Giuffre said, yes, he would be a witness because he knew what my purpose there was for Giuffre, and he visited Giuffre's island.
Another woman, Johanna Schoberg, testified that Epstein made a disturbing comment about Clinton's preferences.
So the question from an attorney was, did Giuffre ever talk to you about Bill Clinton? And she said that he said one time that Clinton likes them young.
Again, there's no evidence that Clinton participated in anything criminal, but that line certainly sparked serious concern. Even Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime associate, confirmed that Clinton had flown on Epstein's jet, though she didn't know how often. And then there's that painting. Giuffre Epstein reportedly had a bizarre portrait hanging in his Manhattan mansion. Bill Clinton, in a blue dress and red heels, lounging on a chair and pointing at the viewer like Uncle Sam. The piece, titled Parsing Bill by artist Patrina Ryan Clyde, was first revealed after a guest at Epstein's home snapped a photo and shared it with the Daily Mail. Some believe the blue dress is a reference to Monica Lewinsky's infamous stained dress, while others think it resembles something Hillary wore in 2009. But seriously, how could this not be a message? Whether it was meant as mockery, control, or something darker, it definitely suggests Epstein was sending a pointed signal about his relationship with Clinton.
Deep, dark, crazy. Don't know what they minds is on, do we, y'all? Do we know what they going on? Do your boy a favor. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, do so. Double tap that screen to get them likes up. We got more Epstein to go. Come on, we're going to get over to California. We need the Epstein files released. Not now, right now. Not now, right now. Because my people in my comments, they're going to say it to the cows come home. Bugatti, release the files. So yes, we got people over here trying to release them. We got politicians putting in all sorts of requests. But you know what happened? Sometimes those requests get shut down. So let's go. Let's get into
Congressman Robert Garcia, thanks for joining us on a Saturday to talk. And Congressman, what questions and concerns do you have about this move of Ghislaine Maxwell from Florida to Texas?
Well, the whole thing is very concerning, and it's not just this move, but I think every day more information comes out, and the real question is, what is Donald Trump hiding, and what is this cover-up that's happening clearly at the White House? But with Ms. Maxwell, she was not eligible at this moment for any type of transfer. The idea that she gets moved to a facility that is much less secure, where she can roam more freely, that, quite frankly, gives her the ability to be much more comfortable. This is someone who has, of course, been convicted of sex trafficking and done horrific crimes against women and young girls. The fact that she's moved to this new prison just within this week of meeting with Todd Blanche, who, as we know, is not just the deputy AG, but was Donald Trump's former personal lawyer, his personal attorney, should be very concerning. This is someone who is, for all of us, we're very concerned about her testimony, what she's trying to tell the Donald Trump Justice Department. She clearly wants a pardon or some kind of reduced sentence. And so we need to get the Epstein files released now. She should not have gotten transferred. And we're looking forward to her deposition in front of the Congress, where she will be asked the tough questions.
But we know that's not happening because they shut that down, and that's going to be indefinite. I just wanted to make sure that everybody understands that our people over here, our bottom line, we don't just play one side of the news, we play others. So we don't just play Fox, we play CNN, we go to BBC, we go to MSNBC, because there's people in the comments that actually have different opinions, and we like to satisfy everybody as much as we can. Even if we don't agree, we have to do that to try to be collective and to try to get everybody's point out. We're going to keep on moving forward right now. It ain't over. What's going on? What really happened to Jeffrey Epstein and his planes? Huh? What really happened to his planes? What was he moving to? Where was he going? What about the pilots? Because you know they know everything, right? Y'all know they know everything. What really happened on his planes?
I was a baby stuck in a world where grown-ups were allowed to do whatever they wanted. And I was lost.
It's such a shiny, glossy world, that one, full of celebrities and wealth. But beneath, it's nothing like that, it seems.
Money should not be able to buy you the power to get away with hurting people. And it's not normal. I don't care how rich you are. You have the privilege of being wealthy. Great, fantastic. Do something great about it. Do something good with your money. I mean, how evil do people have to be to just let that happen? I don't understand it.
You know, Epstein's wealth was so vast. You know, the fact that he had this fleet of planes. We've heard a lot about the Lolita Express. Mm-hmm. What happened on the Lolita Express?
Everything that happened on the Lolita Express and his other planes was the same thing that happened in his bedrooms and the massage rooms, on the beach, wherever we were. The abuse did not stop because we're in the air. 95% of the time, there was always sex involved. Giuffre couldn't take a 2-hour flight without having to ejaculate. Like, that's how sick this man was.
Wow.
How did you live every day? I mean, how did you get on board that plane? How did you live knowing you're going off to New York or to the island or to whoever you were about to be trafficked to? I mean, you must have been a ball of dread and anxiety.
I was horrified, I was sad, I was angry, I was disgusted. I was a shell, and the only way that I could cope with what I was going through was, taking Xanax. And Xanax is like an anti-anxiety tablet, but it also, it took away that feeling of anger, sadness. It made me feel numb. It was a numbing tablet, and it helped me cope with what was going on at the time. It took a lot of people involved. It took doctors, psychiatrists, gynecologists, dentists. All these people knew what was going on, hairstylists. I mean, the list goes on. I could keep going on and on and on. Drivers, chauffeurs, butlers, housemaids. It took all of these people turning a blind eye, which they weren't blind to because we were right there blatantly in front of them. They knew exactly what was going on.
All right, keep on moving forward, you guys. I told you I had a lot. I don't know what y'all got to do. Y'all probably got to go to work, whatever, at some point. But guess what? Bugatti gonna keep on stacking this deck because I ain't playing today. Let's go. What else we got? We got the Lolita Express. Talking about the masseuses, they revealed the lurid details from Jeffrey Epstein's private plane. If y'all want to see that.
She was the air hostess on board the notorious Lolita Express, the billionaire's private jet at the center of a sex scandal making lurid headlines across the world. Sleazy Wall Street tycoon Jeffrey Epstein used the Lolita Express to ferry a bevy of beautiful young women. Among the passengers, former President Bill Clinton and Britain's Prince Andrew.
On almost every trip that I did go on, there were young girls around.
In this Inside Edition exclusive, Shantae Davies takes us inside the secret world of the Lolita Express, named for the controversial book and movie about a professor's infatuation with an underage girl. Shantae made several trips on Giuffre Epstein's infamous Lolita Express. She says she was one of several young, attractive women hired to travel around the world, giving massages or yoga instruction to Epstein and his rich and powerful friends. When Shantae was hired, she was a struggling 22-year-old actress. She once played a lingerie model in a movie called Exposed.
These designs are really great.
Shantae worked as a masseuse, but says she never had sex with Epstein.
Did you ever think that maybe more was going on than simple massages?
Looking back, of course.
Was there a bed on the airplane?
Actually, yes, there was. Yeah.
On one memorable flight on board a plane like this provided by Air Hollywood, she says she made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for passengers, including Oscar winner Kevin Spacey, actor Chris Tucker, and even Bill Clinton. They were all flying to Africa on a humanitarian mission, and Giuffre Epstein had given them the use of his jet.
So you never gave President Clinton a massage?
No, I didn't.
Shantae says when the plane landed in Africa, Clinton took her shopping, but she says nothing improper occurred.
They had shut down a jewelry store for us, and I helped him pick out a bracelet for Chelsea.
It was a jet-set lifestyle for sure, but Shantae says she felt uncomfortable about being part of Epstein's collection of young women.
You saw young women around Giuffre Epstein, and they didn't seem to have regular jobs, and you started wondering, why are they here?
Yes, yes,
When you look back, are there red flags that you should have seen at the time?
definitely, yeah. Why fly anyone out to be a masseuse when there's plenty of masseuses in the same city that you're in?
Epstein served 13 months in prison for soliciting an underage girl for prostitution. Now just looking at the front page headlines the scandal has generated brings Shantae to tears.
Not only that, that case right here where he did those 13 months, they said that anybody who was his co-conspirators or anybody that was associated with the crimes are protected. So that's what Ghislaine is talking about now. We're supposed to be protected under the last time that Giuffre went to jail. So why am I locked up? Guess what? It's time. We're going to go over to Disney real quick. Just try to break this up a little bit because we got this freakazoid, keep it in the same context. We took 500 plus videos underneath unsuspecting people's skirts. What's going on with these freakazoids out here nowadays, y'all? I have no idea. Check this stunted on out.
He pulled out his phone and he bent down. When he dropped his menu, he pulled out his phone and he bent down, and with his left hand, he reached in front of him to grab the menu, and with his right hand, he reached under her skirt with his phone camera up.
Disney is the target of a lawsuit after an employee at Star Wars Galaxy Edge was allegedly caught red-handed taking photos underneath women and girls' dresses and skirts. As the former shop worker's case makes its way through the criminal court system, the family of one of his underage alleged victims thinks Disney needs to pay up. Welcome.
Yeah. I ain't gonna even go into that, but I wanted to let you guys know, be careful where you take your kids. Because guess what? They're not just out for the kids. Could be you too. Come on, we got some breaking news. Let's get back over to Chris Van Halen, who immediately wants to release the Giuffre Epstein files. Oh, y'all thought it was over. I told you we was doing a toothpick. We was throwing a little bone out there real quick. We got to keep on moving. We got too much in the deck. Let's go.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think we can and certainly should all agree that the case of Giuffre Epstein is deeply disturbing, with horrifying abuse of young women and girls. From the lenient plea deal he received in Florida in 2008 to the end of his case with the death in prison, survivors of his abuse have been denied the full accounting of his crimes and the justice that they deserve. It's also clear that a lack of transparency and accountability and contradictory statements by the Trump administration and its officials has led to even deeper public distrust of our justice system and especially the handling of this case. After all, Trump administration officials, including Attorney General Bondi, promised transparency in this case, but instead gave the American people a binder of largely already public documents.
True, true.
It was
true,
a sham.
True.
Last month, the Department of Justice released a 2-page memo informing the American public that the department had completed its exhaustive review of the Epstein files and concluded that, quote, no further disclosure would be appropriate or warranted, unquote.
And this is the reason why Americans on both sides, all sides, Republicans, Democrats, independents, everybody's like, look, why don't you just release the files already? Redact the names of the people, the victims. That's why I'm trying to get as much information from the victims out as possible, because their words and their voices are the main category, the main artery to everything. You can't get better than testimony or what somebody's actually saying of real accountability of what happened to them. We're gonna get over now. We got to go to Giuffre Epstein. He stressed out over 21 pilots. They said he was picky and hard to deal with. Billionaires, huh? Picky and hard to deal with. Sounds about right.
Giuffre Epstein. Would you please state your full name?
I can't let that music play. Can't let the music play. Sorry, y'all. I can't let that music play. It's gonna shut down the whole video. But guess what? That don't mean that we don't got more. I thought he was shutting me down. Nope, we're gonna keep on going because you got the Republicans that blocked the bill to actually release the Epstein files. Again, we're gonna get into it. We're going in stages right now, guys. I like to build it all the way up so you guys know the progress of what's happening. Yes, we were inside, but guess what? They already blocked the bill. Too late. It's not happening.
Should ever be above the law. Certainly not powerful people who believe that they can perpetrate crimes on victims and get away with it because they have so much wealth and so many lawyers and so many friends in high places. If you go outside the doors of the Senate chamber to my right and you continue straight ahead and you go out the second set of doors, the steps of the Capitol, you're looking straight across at the Supreme Court. And while scaffolding is up right now, making it hard to see the words that are engraved above those pillars are those words, equal justice under law. Powerful words.
He can say all he want to say. I can let you guys hear more. They blocked it, y'all. So basically, it's not happening. The files are not coming out. Another thing, indefinitely. So that's where we're at with things right now. Republicans, Democrats, going hard. As you guys saw, had a lot of context and stuff going on when it had to do with the actual victims. We saw Virginia Giuffre speak. We spoke about what's his name, Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell. Here we're gonna keep on moving forward now because now I got something I need to show you guys. Have y'all know the word busted? Like when somebody's really busted for doing something that they shouldn't have did. Trust me, you do not want to leave. You want to see this clip because this husband shows his wife cheating on a video with a lawyer and in front of her family members while they're at a big gala going on. She thinks that they're about to celebrate something. All of a sudden, he's like, yeah, this is my lawyer. Lawyer brings out a briefcase and let's just let you see what unfolds. I don't care what you guys do today. You want to see this video right here? Trust me, you want to see this video right here. Trust me when I tell you.
Of Jeffrey Epstein, Virginia Giuffre's 2 brothers and their wives, all family.
I'm sorry. Damn. I'm going to do it. I'm going to let that play and I'm coming back to this. I'm going to let that play and I'm coming back to this. I'm going to let that play and I'm coming back to this. I'm going to let y'all get that. Y'all ready? Let's go.
During a baby shower, a Bolivian man exposes his cheating wife in front of all the family members and friends. With his lawyer present, he provided pregnancy test details and even the video evidence of his wife's affair.
I have a person here. He is my lawyer. A lawyer? Lawyer, why? Yes. Here, I have a document. You know that I'm expecting a child. Here, I have the pregnancy test. You know what, I'm going to be a dad. But you know what? They forgot one small detail. I have the proof. It hasn't been 4 months, it's been 6 months. That's her father. Calm down, calm down. Let's continue. That's the document because he wants a divorce.
El argumento que yo tengo. Acá está la prueba. Suegro, por favor. Un video de 3 años de engaño que tuve.
For 3 years. That's the video.
Hija, ¿de qué está hablando tu esposo?
That's the father. That's the video of her cheating on her husband. That is the father with the red jacket on. The man sitting down is the lawyer. That's her. You want to know who he is? That's his best friend. And he's at the party.
Está aquí, mi amigo. Con este desgraciado. No salgas a la casa. Espera a mi hija. Que no se retire porque esta fiesta es de ellos dos y no es mía. ¿Qué? Ahí se lo digo. ¿Qué? ¿Contigo, Carlos? ¿Qué?
Just another day, chilling in the hood. Just another day around the way. Feeling good today. And yes, I want to get to that clip and show you guys the family of Virginia Giuffre, because yesterday someone insisted that we want to hear from the family. So I'm going to get to the family, you guys, and let you guys hear a little bit of the words from her family, because the person that you heard all along from these clips, she's no longer with us anymore. That's Virginia Giuffre, the one that was in all of the interviews earlier.
Together, telling me in an extensive and emotional interview in literally just the last hour that their sister was a person, not an object. They are urging the president not to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell, who they call a monster. Giuffre died by suicide in April. A senior administration official tells NBC News no leniency is being given or discussed. The family of Giuffre says her voice is still with them. We're going to play that conversation now for you in full. So, Danny, you and the family have come out with this statement over the course of the last 24 hours here. Can you tell me a little bit, what prompted you and the family to come out with this statement about everything that's happened in the last couple of days?
I think what prompted us to come out was that our sister's name was invoked. And I feel like anything to do with her, since her passing, I think that she has to be represented by her family. She's very clear with us how she wanted her legacy pulled forward, and I didn't want her name to be said and not be clear, if it makes sense.
On that note, when you said the president invoked your sister's name, he said specifically that word when he described her as being stolen, having been quote unquote stolen. What went through your mind when you heard that?
Sucks.
I think we were shocked by it. Especially to use the term stolen. Because she's not an object, she's a person. She's a mom, she's a sister. And she was recruited by Maxwell. She wasn't stolen, she was recruited at Mar-a-Lago his property, place where she was looking forward to having fun that summer. And it just kind of makes us wonder, I mean, how much he knew. Especially, and it's in our statement a couple of years later, he made a statement on Epstein and, how he liked young girls. And so, yeah, it does make us question how much did he know?
Sky, you referenced the comment that President Trump made in 2002. You just referenced it there. Did Virginia ever talk about Donald Trump relative to her time at Mar-a-Lago?
No. No, that wasn't really a conversation that we had. She was always really good at protecting us from a lot of these things. So no, it wasn't a conversation that we had.
Okay. This is so clearly so emotional for you, Sky, of course, and for all of your family. And I wonder, how, with the Epstein case being so prevalent in these last few days, these last few weeks, how has that been for you personally?
I think I can answer that. We've constantly had to relive, since my sister's passing, these things from her past. She was pretty open with us about the things that transpired down the line with Epstein and Maxwell. And we know that she was proud of herself. It still impacted her, but she was proud of the work that she did to take them down. And, reliving it over and over again for us as the family, it does bring up those feelings of sadness for her, but it also brings up, how proud, and I can speak for everybody here, how proud we were of her and everything that she did. And I think that we need to keep the emphasis on that.
All right, you guys, I think we should leave it on that right there. I want to send a prayer out to Virginia Giuffre because I think that she was a champion. I really respect her. I want to thank her for never giving up. I don't know if that was a real suicide. I don't think so myself. And I want to just give this family so much more strength, so much more ability and strength to try to get through this terrible time. And I ask that in Jesus' name, you guys. Amen. Gonna keep on moving forward. Because now, y'all ever walk in your dog and he fall on the ground and then all of a sudden he don't want to get up? Y'all know what I'm talking about. When them golden retrievers, you walk in your dog, he don't want to get up, and then everybody's watching them. So if you did spank him, now you can't. You know what I'm saying? If you did spank him, now you can't. And if you got a whole bunch of people watching you, yeah, you gotta wait around until you figure out what you're gonna do with him. I want you guys to see this crazy situation right here where this dog plays dead because he doesn't want to leave the park.
I'll go no further. Like, oh no, don't leave me.
And everybody's watching, by the way. Everybody's watching.
It's like, I have the attention of the people. I have the power.
Man, you better pull out a treat or something. You got no treats? You better pull out a treat. This is crazy. Look at him. This ever happened to you when you walk in your dog? Has this ever happened to you? y'all. Y'all know how we do. We like to leave you guys on something fun, something cool, because all the time, there's still a lot of drama going on out there, a lot of problems. I mean, I got some more now if y'all want to keep on going, because you know your boy stacked. What I got over here? Let me see if I got a little bit of tidbit treats over here. What else I got? I don't know if y'all can handle that. I really don't know if y'all can handle that, you know? Nah, I don't know if y'all can handle that. Nah, I don't think y'all can handle it. Let me keep on moving forward, because we had a great one. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Because guess what? Check this out. Y'all trying to make some money, 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 money. Go ahead and hit that link in the description. That's right. There's a link in the description where you can make up to $550 by doing what? Filling out a survey, because I put them there every day. You guys will make some money and I'll make some money too. Go ahead and fill out the survey. See if it pertains to you. You're going to make some money. Also, you guys, I don't know if you're a barber, a mobile detailer, or if you might be I don't know what you do, a mobile fix-it man. Send us over your promos at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. They must be in a 1080 by 1080 frame in order to fit in the post notification area. Also, this would be a perfect time to send me all the money you got in your pockets. Or instead of that, hit that like button. Let everybody know how we get down. If you have not subscribed to the channel already do so. Hit that button, subscribe to the channel. Come on, become a member, y'all. We get busy over here every single day. I don't know how I do it. I'm just a maniac. I got prices that are insane. Remember Crazy A? That's how I get down, y'all. And I love doing this because guess what? Every day the Lord gives me another day to keep on moving and pushing forward. I'm going to do so. As a matter of fact, I want to do a prayer right now to my buddy John. Him and his family have been going through a lot of things, and his family is going through it. There's a lot of stress, a lot of strife, and a lot of negativity in which is happening right now. But I want John to know that God is real, and it is real when you pray to him, especially when you're serious about it and when you have so many fantastic people under the sound of my voice that's seconding it. Let me tell you guys, the power of prayer is real. I know it is. When you have so many people focused on something, you can definitely make it happen. And that's why I created Our Bottom Line, so we can stick together and move forward through all of our trials and tribulations. So if any one of our members is ever going through anything, you can guarantee that I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for Rebecca every day. I pray for Batty. I pray for my boy. I pray for VIP Auction Group. Every single person that's here. Casey, every single person, you guys, under the sound of my voice. I want to say amen. Thank you. That's right, you guys. Y'all already know. I already said the money thing, so if y'all trying to make some money, I wanted to make sure I pray for you guys and take this with you as well. Problems present opportunities. Stop looking at problems like, oh my God, there's so much problems out here. Guess what? God gave you another day to get up. So guess what you can do? You can keep on moving. You can bang that nail. And as long as he gave you the bang bang to keep on going, man, listen, you already won. Now the cheat code is to look at the problem and boom, get it out of there. Drink some water. I want you to follow me real quick. Do exactly what I do right now at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, smile. So all I want you to do, just smile. Don't that make your stomach feel good? Give you a nice breathing, make you want to keep on moving forward. That's right. That's how I want to leave my people. That's how I want you guys to get out here. Drink some water, wash your face off, and guess what? Get on out there and let them people know who the hell you are and keep on pushing. It's your boy BOOGOTTINYC. And like I always told you, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, Tuesday morning, yes, we doing the talent show. I ain't forget, but I'm getting locations together. You thought I forgot about the talent show? No, getting locations together. We getting that together. But guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere. And the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, same time, 6 o'clock in the morning, y'all know what it is. Get them. Peace. 1. Thank you. Let's go.